Commander Zextai of the Galactic Health and Safety Commission had seen many disturbing things in his 47 years of service. He had witnessed the crystalline plague of Vega Prime, documented the flesh-eating spores of the Andromeda Nebula, and personally overseen the quarantine of 3 entire star systems. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared him for what he was witnessing in the observation deck of the human vessel Wanderlust. "This is impossible," he whispered, his 6 tentacles writhing in distress as he watched through the reinforced viewing portal. "They're consuming it voluntarily." Dr. Sarah Mitchell, the ship's chief medical officer, stood beside him with what humans called a grin stretching across her face. "Would you like to try some? We've got a whole case of the good stuff from Earth." Zextai's emergency biofilters activated automatically, his suit's AI detecting the presence of what his species knew as Thanatol, the Silent Death. The substance that had wiped out the entire Crobian civilization in a single generation. The chemical compound so lethal that even its molecular signature was classified as a Class XII extinction-level threat by the Galactic Council. And these humans were drinking it for fun. "Dr. Mitchell," Zextai managed, his translator struggling with the emotional distortion in his voice, "you must evacuate this area immediately. My sensors indicate lethal concentrations of ethyl alcohol throughout this compartment. Even trace amounts can cause complete neural cascade failure in most known species." Dr. Mitchell laughed, actually laughed, and took another sip from her glass. "Relax, Commander. It's just wine. Well, technically, it's a 2387 H2 Margaux from the Mars colonies, but still just fermented grape juice." Fermented. Zextai's biosuit began flashing warning signals. "You mean this poison is created through deliberate bacterial contamination? And you consume it recreationally?" "Every weekend," chimed in Captain Rodriguez from across the recreation deck, raising his own glass. "Sometimes more often if we're celebrating something." The Galactic Commander's appendages went limp with shock. Through the viewing portal, he could see dozens of human crew members scattered throughout the recreation area, all consuming various forms of what his instruments identified as industrial-grade poison. Some were drinking amber liquids with alcohol concentrations that would kill a Xerillian instantly. Others consumed dark beverages that registered as Class IX biological hazards. A few were even mixing different types of toxins together, apparently for enhanced flavor. "I don't understand," Zextai said weakly. "The molecular structure of ethyl alcohol disrupts cellular membranes, destroys neural pathways, and causes complete organ failure. How are you still alive?" Dr. Mitchell set down her wineglass and activated a holographic display. "Well, it's actually quite fascinating from a biochemical perspective. Human evolution took a unique path. About 10 million years ago, our ancestors developed a mutation in the ADH4 gene that allowed us to process ethanol efficiently." "Efficiently?" Zextai's voice climbed several octaves. "Our livers produce enzymes called alcohol dehydrogenase and aldehyde dehydrogenase. They break down the ethanol into acetaldehyde, then into acetate, which we can metabolize normally. What's deadly poison to you is just Tuesday night for us." The hologram showed a detailed molecular breakdown of the process. Zextai watched in horrified fascination as human liver cells efficiently dismantled the toxic compounds that would liquefy his organs within minutes. "But why?" he asked desperately. "Why would evolution favor such a dangerous adaptation?" Captain Rodriguez joined the conversation, swirling his whiskey thoughtfully. "Probably because our ancestors ate a lot of fermented fruit. Natural alcohol production from rotting vegetation. The hominids who could handle a little ethanol had access to more food sources. Plus," Dr. Mitchell added, "moderate alcohol consumption actually has some health benefits for humans. Improved cardiovascular function, stress reduction, social bonding. It's woven into our culture. Zextai's translator briefly malfunctioned as it tried to process the concept of using poison for social bonding. Your species deliberately impairs your cognitive function. For entertainment? Among other things, the captain nodded. Makes parties more interesting. Loosens up social inhibitions. Though we do have to be careful, too much can be dangerous even for us. How much is too much? Zextai asked, his scientific curiosity overriding his horror. Dr. Mitchell consulted her tablet. Well, a lethal dose for the average human would be about 5-8 grams per kilogram of body weight. That's roughly a whole bottle of pure ethanol. Zextai's biosuit calculated the equivalent for his species, 0.1 grams per kilogram. A single drop of human wine contained enough poison to kill him 1,000 times over. This explains so much, he muttered, thinking of the diplomatic incidents over the years. The mysterious human tolerance for disinfectants. The baffling human practice of sterilizing wounds with substances that would kill most aliens faster than the original injury. The terrifying human medical technique of using alcohol as an anesthetic. Lieutenant Torres chose that moment to approach their group, carrying what appeared to be a flaming beverage. "Hey Doc, want to try my new recipe? It's 151 proof rum with a cinnamon stick igniter." Zextai's emergency beacon activated automatically, sending distress signals to 3 nearby galactic health stations. "You're setting it on fire?" he shrieked. "Just for presentation," Torres grinned, blowing out the flame and taking a large gulp of what registered on Zextai's sensors as weaponized chemical warfare agents. Dr. Mitchell patted the traumatized alien commander on what she hoped was his shoulder. "Don't worry, Commander. We've been doing this for thousands of years. We know our limits." "Your limits," Zextai whispered, "are beyond the comprehension of galactic science." As he watched Lieutenant Torres finish his flaming poison cocktail and immediately begin preparing another, Zextai realized he would need to completely revise the galactic safety protocols. Humans weren't just immune to one of the universe's deadliest toxins, they had turned, consuming it into an art form. He made a mental note to update his species' diplomatic guidelines. When visiting human vessels, bring hazmat suits rated for chemical warfare. Also bring sedatives. Strong ones. "So," Dr. Mitchell said cheerfully, "ready for that drink now?" Zextai's biosuit immediately ejected him toward the nearest airlock.